Well, good morning, world. How are y'all doing this morning? I am going to attempt to wash some dishes while we're talking this morning. Something that is that happened to me recently that I just wanted to share with you and encourage you. I'm a middle child, and pretty much everything that entails, I'm washing dishes, and I don't know about you, but every dishwasher I've had, I just don't care for. And so all they are is a glorified drying rack. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting things in there. Anyway, as a middle child, you always try to be the peacemaker and want things to go smoothly and nobody be hurt or nobody to be embarrassed or anything like that. And this has nothing to do with my family except for the fact that I'm a middle child. This is actually a work situation, and I've just never been very good at expressing my feelings or expressing my aggravation, or I think people know how I stand on things, because everybody says I'm opinionated, and I've had so many people tell me that they're intimidated by me, and those that know me, laugh. But I think I just carry myself maybe in a certain way. I don't know. Anyway, I am not very good at. I was frustrated at work, and I have two employers at the same time, and I saw that they were getting frustrated at me about something, and so I was ready to go in and call it quits. I was like, let me go in and put my notice in before this turns ugly. And she was instantly like, no, let's sit down, let's talk. Well, we had a small little conversation where where I forced myself. I really had to force myself to get out the words that I am bored at work, and that I felt like she was losing confidence in me and taking things away from me, that I wasn't doing an adequate job. And that was not the case at all. And so I was building this up in my mind that this is what was going on, and that either I was going to blow up and just get mad and leave, or that I was going to walk in one day and they were going to tell me that it was over with. So I had built this all up in my mind. There's some, there was some ground to work with. There's some fault to be made. But I don't know if you were like me and just have a hard time expressing yourself, and just, I guess I've always worked alone. Almost everything I've ever done, I've worked alone. I was a swim instructor for years and years. I had my own house cleaning business for years. I'm involved in a lot of groups, but don't really have. I guess I'm an extrovert, introvert. I just want to be alone a lot of times, and so therefore the conflict is not there a whole lot of times to work with and to figure out. And so here I am at 55, just starting to learn how to do it. And one of the first people that forced me, he was a boss. I used to work at Chick-fil-A. He was a boss, and he was like, he saw that I had more to say than what I was saying. He's like, nope, we're not going anywhere until you say it. And it wasn't ugly. Nothing had to be ugly. Nobody has to be ugly about anything. And tears always come to my eyes. So I'm sure I make people uncomfortable. But that's how uncomfortable I am about saying stuff like that. I don't want. Anyway, See, right now I can't even finish that thought. I just don't want anybody to be, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be hurt. And I definitely don't want other people to think that they are doing wrong or that they are hurting me by saying something. And so it's just hard. But in the end, like that boss at Chick-fil-A, oh my goodness, I got those few, to be honest, I can't even remember what it was about, but it was probably something similar, that I worked something up in my mind and I was wrong. Another case happened, and this one cost me dearly, cost me anguish dearly. I was a few years out of college, and I went to college out of state, and knew that I wouldn't see. This was time before Facebook and all that kind of stuff, or even really computers very much. And so I knew that I wouldn't see these people very often over my life. But my grandmother lived near my college, so when I go back and see her, I might call a few friends and say, "Hey, I'm here for a couple of days. I'd love to see you." Well, this was, so I called somebody and we had plans. Well, that time came and they didn't show up. I called and no comment and whatever. I even went home when I was like, I missed your call, whatever, and I never heard from them. And I didn't hear from them until Facebook. Well, come to find out, the day that she was supposed to meet with me, she gave birth to a child, I guess it was prematurely, but that had severe issues. Like she never spoke. I don't think she really moved, but had severe issues. And here I was working what did I do? Well, I won't contact her again, or after I've tried all these times. And so I severed that relationship for years when she definitely could have used me. And so I'm in here recording, and so you just need to think about getting things off your mind, saying what you need to say in a thoughtful way, and maybe talk it out, rehearse it with somebody else if you have to. I was able to talk to my husband, and he helped me get some thoughts about me and say what I wanted to say without being too upset. Or he's very good at conflict. You always start off you say things very smoothly, and you can always go up, but you can't come back down if you walk into a situation pretty upset. You lose a lot of face if you have to humble yourself after the fact. So do learn from that. But anyway, I hope this encourages everybody, and also I'm just sitting here looking out the window as I'm talking at this beautiful view that I have of my gardens, and I am doing a chore that has to be done. I don't know about y'all, but my kitchen's always a mess. It never stops. These people want to eat. It's always a mess. Y'all have a great day. Share your beauty with me, okay? I'd love to see what you're creating.